All right, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rachakodash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone and salutations to the elect. This is the brother lawyer from Great Millstone, Miami. And what I'll be entitling this lesson is As If a Man Did Flee from a Lion and a Bear Met Him. Okay, and that's a quote from Amos chapter 5. All right, beginning at the verse 18. All right, and what I'll be going into in this lesson is pretty much based off of a statement Apostle Har made last year when that hurricane, I believe, hit the Bahamas. Okay, and he made a statement that things are going to get worse before they get worse, and that's absolutely true. Okay, and it's something that I've meditated on before. Okay, and thought about. I've done lessons on it before and mentioned it in my lessons, but I want to do a lessons just really briefly dedicating it to that train of thought. Okay, all right, shit's gonna hit the fan. Shit is already hitting the fan, and things are gonna get worse before they get worse. Okay, it's gonna get so bad that as far as the judgments go that the Lord executes upon these wicked people out here, the heathens, 2/3 of our people, Esau, things are gonna get so bad that they're not gonna be able to catch a breath. Okay, all right, and so that's why I'm starting with this precept, Amos chapter 5, okay, verse 18 and 19. Okay, I misquoted that. It was from Amos chapter 5 verse 19, not Amos chapter 5 verse 18, excuse me. All right, and so I'll just be bringing out precepts just along that train of thought, and Lord willing, this video is edifying, man, because this is about to look very, very, very ugly, okay, for these people out here. And Lord willing, the Lord protects us from the judgments, okay, which is our hope, which is our faith, which is what we've been prophesying, okay, which is what we have confidence in. Okay, all right, so this is Amos chapter 5 verse 18. It says, "Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord, to what end is it for you?" Okay, and that's concerning hypocrites, okay, who are not seeking the Lord. Okay, they're desiring the day of the Lord. All right, talking about Jesus coming back and all of this stuff, and God and stuff, claiming they believe in the Lord, but they're not seeking him. Okay, all right, they're going to be destroyed for their hypocrisy, and in their hypocrisy the day of the Lord is darkness and not light. Okay, as if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him. So imagine it. Okay, imagine this scenario, right? Imagine this scenario. A man is fleeing from a lion. Okay, lions run incredibly fast. They're very powerful and ferocious creatures. All right, even the fear of having to flee from a lion automatically usually causes the prey of the lion to become hyperactive. Okay, they get a dose of adrenaline, and just the fear itself exhausts them. Okay, but they run anyway to save their lives. All right, so this man is fleeing from a lion out of fear for his life. Okay, all right, and he escapes it. Lions are very, very powerful creatures. They run very, very fast, but this man, by the hair of his chinny chin chin, just fled from a lion. Okay, and a bear met him. All right. All right, so he's already worn out from the lion, and a bear is there, ready to devour him. Okay, all right, so he's through. Okay, or went into the house and leaned his hand upon a wall, and a serpent bit him. Okay, all right, so maybe he didn't run into a bear. All right, maybe he actually fled into his house. Okay, all right, into a house, and he was able to catch a little breath. Okay, and he put his hand on the wall to catch a little breath, like when you're exhausted from running, track or exercising, you lay your hand on the wall, you lean, okay, to catch your breath. And it turns out there's a poisonous serpent on the wall. Okay, that poisonous serpent bites his hand. Okay, and so now he has this venom inside of him. Mind you, his heart is racing fast because he just fled from a lion. Okay, or just fled from a bear. That's how bad things are gonna get. Okay, things are gonna get that bad. Okay, it's not gonna be any way for these people to catch their breath. All this prepping these people talking about, or everybody has to die one day. No, it's gonna be a very, very long and torturous road. Okay, to judgment. Okay, all right. The scriptures say that they shall dwell in torments, meaning that it's gonna be like their new address. Okay. It's going to be like these people's new address. They're going to know it like the back of their hand, judgment and perils and destruction. Okay, that's how bad it's gonna get. There's not gonna be any time for them to catch a breath, take a break, regroup. It's gonna be one thing after the next. Okay, all right, and it's gonna be beautiful because this is the judgment of the wicked, man. The same way these people, went hard for wickedness. All right, that's the same way the Lord's gonna go hard and execute judgment upon them for their wickedness and their evils. Okay, all right. This is Matthew chapter 24. Matthew 24 and 6. Okay, it says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." Okay, so we're seeing that take place on earth. We're seeing these different judgments take place on earth, but the end is not yet. But we are coming to the end. Okay, these are the signs that the Lord told Yahushua to look for. Okay, or Yahushua told his disciples, Salakia, the Lord Yahushua told his disciples to look for, okay, and to expect prior to his return. Okay, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines. There shall be famines, which we're seeing that. Okay, food shortages, famines, droughts. Okay, food scarcity, food insecurity, sweeping the planet. Okay, crops not yielding the way they used to because of weather catastrophes, because of climate disasters. Okay, you also have the locust plagues taking place, right? Okay, and pestilences. That goes without saying. In recent news, where we have the coronavirus, the Ebola. Okay, you have malaria, you have black plague. All right, you have all these sexually transmitted diseases as well. All right, floating around, right? And earthquakes, which that goes again without saying. All types of earthquakes taking place on earth, volcanic activity, right, in diverse places. Now it says all of these are plural. So famines, not just one, famines, plural, multiple. Pestilences, earthquakes in diverse places. So more than one happening all over the place. Okay, all right, and it says all these are the beginning of sorrows. The beginning. Okay, so as I mentioned at the beginning of this lesson, there was something the Apostle Tahar said last year when that hurricane hit the Bahamas. Things are gonna get worse before they get worse, man. It's the beginning of sorrows, man. We haven't seen anything yet. These people in the earth have not seen anything yet, man. But that's all good. Okay, it's all good. All right, they think everything's cool. All right, they think everything's okay. Everything's going to return back to normal. Things are not going to return back to normal, man. It's going to be one thing after the next, and things are going to compile and compound one on top of another. Okay, because even with the case of this coronavirus, man, that's causing people to run to the stores, buy up all these groceries. So then now that's leading to food scarcity in the cities, man. Okay, because there's panic. People are running to get food and to clear out these grocery stores. Okay, that's also causing economic insecurity. Okay, you see all these stocks falling. Or you see all these upheavals, right? So one thing can lead to the next thing, which can lead to the next thing, which can amplify another thing that's going on, which can lead to something else, which is connected to something else. It's all one giant web, and it's beautiful that it's happening this way because the world is more interconnected than it has ever been. Okay, because of the internet, because of travel, because of trade. Okay, all right, because of all of these things, the world is so interconnected. Okay, that one thing affects the other. It's not like you can just turn a blind eye to it forever. Okay, all right, and that's exactly what needs to happen, man, especially in this day and age, and especially in Babylon the Great America, man. Okay, because these people dwell carelessly, they live without care, man. Okay, so it's gonna be beautiful to see the bottom fall out the glass for these people. Okay, the rug to be pulled from under their feet. Okay, and now they're just left hanging in limbo till they crash to the ground, man. Okay, and break every bone in their body, so metaphorically speaking. Okay, all right, so I want to go to Second Ezra chapter 8. Sorry, Second Ezra 8 and Second Ezra 8 and 50. It says, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter times, or that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride." Right? Okay, so many great miseries. Okay, miseries. All right, it's just gonna be bad. Okay, and that's gonna humble the pride off of these people, man. They don't serve the Most High. They don't fear the Lord. They mock His prophets. Right? Okay, they do all manner of witchcraft. They're proud as hell. men, women, and children. They worship all types of idols. Okay, and they've heard the word of the Lord, man. Okay, like the scriptures say, then shall they know there was a prophet amongst them, man. And what have they done? They've mocked and misused the prophets, which by doing that, they show that they hate the Lord. They show that they're against the Lord. Okay, so now the Most High has to humble them, man. And it's going to be a very, very, very hard thing for them to endure. Okay, all right, because they've had their time for prosperity and for rejoicing. Now it's time for them to be afflicted. Okay, just as the men of the Lord and the elect have been afflicted. Okay. All right. But the Lord said, hey, blessed are you that mourn, for ye shall be comforted. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep. Okay. All right. So that's just what it is, man. All right. When the days of heaviness and sorrow come, trouble come, others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance. The heathen shall envy thee, and they shall be able to do nothing against thee. So now's the time, okay, for the wicked to be judged, man. Okay, for the people of this world who live after the flesh, who are carnal, who are carnally minded. Now it's time for them to suffer, okay, without their fleshly and carnal comforts. Okay, and the Lord, and you already know it's going to feel like an eternity for them, man. Okay, that's why it says they shall dwell in torments, man. It's going to really, really play on these people's minds, man. It's going to be like they're walking through a house of horror, man. Okay. All right, a house of endless horror, back-to-back play, back-to-back judgment, man, just like it was in ancient Egypt, back-to-back, 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 man. One thing affecting another thing, man. One thing after the next thing, man. Okay, all right, and they're not gonna have any way to do anything about it. They're just gonna lose their minds. All right, they're gonna go even more into wickedness, which is gonna make the problem worse. But that's fine, man. Okay, let them harden their hearts as Pharaoh did, so the Most High can execute even greater judgment upon them. Okay, all right. Let's go to 2nd Ezra chapter 15. Okay, which is something I like to bring out. Brothers like to bring out often as well. Okay, 2nd Ezra 15:5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, sword, famine, death, and destruction, for wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Okay, so the Lord has had it up to here. He's had enough, okay, with the wickedness. It's come to its fullness, okay, about to its fullness at this point, man. Okay, so now the Most High, as it says in the scriptures, therefore thus saith the Lord, right? I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Okay, so the people of the earth, man, Esau, 2/3 of our people, the heathen, okay, they wickedly exercise themselves. They exercise themselves to do wickedness, man. Okay, to do evil, man. And the Most High said that he would not suffer it anymore, man. Okay, behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually, man. Which is why it's important for brothers to pray, man. Which is why it's important for brothers to pray to the Heavenly Father and to have a sincere and deep hatred, okay, for the wickedness of this earth, man. Okay. Why? Because the Most High is hearing our cries, just like he heard our cry in ancient Egypt. And the Most High sent Moses and Aaron to speak to Pharaoh. Okay, and he told Moses, hey, they're gonna harden their hearts, but that's so I can judge them, man. That's so the Most High can judge the Egyptians. All right, by bringing plagues upon them, man. It's to show himself wonderful upon Pharaoh and upon the Egyptians and upon Pharaoh's army, his chariots, his horses, and his horsemen. Thus saith the Lord. So Thawada Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay. All right. Now I want to jump down to verse 14. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands, man. Okay, and you can see that happening, man. You got these uproars of the people happening all over the globe, man. People rising up against their government. You got racial tension, man. You got differences between parties, man. Okay, Democratic versus Republican. Okay, political parties, man. All right, you have divisions amongst people, different classes of people. Okay, all right, and especially with all this food shortage, okay, famine talk, okay, pestilence talk that's in the earth right now. You already know these people are looking to raid these grocery stores or empty them out. All right, and there's only so much that food can last. Eventually, these people are gonna break into each other's houses and start trying to rob and kill each other for some food, man. Okay. That's the time we're living in. All right. And there shall be sedition amongst men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor their princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their powers, man. So expect more of these people, more of the people of the world to start rising up against the powers that be, trying to seek to kill them. Okay, uprising against them, civil war, civil unrest. Okay, all right, expect that on a global scale. Okay, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. All right, which we're seeing that with the coronavirus. We see quarantines, we see city shutdowns, right? We see events being canceled, potential canceling of events. Okay, right? For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Okay, the houses shall be destroyed. Okay, you're gonna see entire neighborhoods bustling, once bustling and prosperous, desolate, man. Okay, broken windows, broken down walls, man. Okay, fires. Okay, ravaging neighborhoods, suburban neighborhoods, you know, urban neighborhoods, man. All right, inner cities. Okay, major cities, man, are going to be cast down. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Okay, right. Let's go to 2nd Ezra 16, and I'll close it out with this. All right. And now, hey, look, the scriptures say they shall know there was a prophet amongst them, man. Okay, we see now is the confidence of the Holy Scriptures, man, is supposed to increase, man. All right, people have mocked us as the proverbial boy who cried wolf. Okay, but in actuality, all right, unlike that children's fable, okay, all right, the things that we've been saying was actually true the whole time. Okay, all right, whereas in the fable he was just faking it for some attention because he got bored. Okay, but what we've been saying has actually been true the whole time, and it's actually been happening, and the Most High is justifying us, man. So that repetitiveness of the biblical prophecies, people may not want to hear it now, but when shit hits the fan, they're gonna be looking for the prophets. They shall go from sea to sea and from one land to another, asking for the word of the Lord, and they shall not find it. Which means what? The Lord is eventually going to hide his prophets, man, in his pavilion, man, and set us upon a rock, like Psalm 27 says. Okay, all right, which means we're gonna be the Most High gonna have us in a way, like how would I say, a VIP. Okay, VIP status, man. The Most High is gonna hide us away from the judgments, man. 1,000 shall fall at thy right hand. Okay, 1,000 shall fall at thy side, 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh unto thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. Okay, all right. So 2nd Ezra chapter 16 verse 17, it says, "Woe is me, woe is me! Who shall deliver me in those days?" Okay, which we already know the answer to that is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. He's going to deliver us in these days. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings. The beginning of famine and great death. Okay, the beginning of it. The beginning, which means that it's going to get worse from here on out. Okay, the point of no return, man, like a domino effect, man. One domino knocks a bunch of other ones over, man. You pull that one card, okay, all of them fall. Okay, out of the house of cards, man. Okay, the butterfly effect. The butterfly flaps his wings in India and stirs up a hurricane in the Atlantic Ocean. Okay, so to speak, right? The beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evil. And what shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent for as scourges for amendment. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Okay, so the judgments are going to come. They're going to get worse and worse and worse, and these people are not going to care. Okay, they're going to keep on going with their wickedness. And hey, at this point, hey, we vexed. Okay, we vexed for the filthy conversation of the wicked. We face the east. We praise the Heavenly Father to execute judgment. But hey, hey, let all the unfaithful die in their unfaithfulness, man. Okay, let all the unfaithful die in their unfaithfulness. Let us laugh at their calamity. Let us mock when their fear cometh. When it cometh as desolation, and destruction cometh as a whirlwind. Thus saith the Lord, man. Okay, all right. So moving forward, it says, "Behold, victual shall be so good cheap upon the earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion." Okay, which you have all these deals and all these sales, okay, going on. All right, but the Lord said, hey, they think they're going to be in good case because things seem to be all peachy keen, peace and safety. Yet sudden destruction shall come upon them, man. Evil shall increase upon them. For many that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. Okay? All right, so they're going to escape the famine, and they're going to die of the sword, man. Okay? All right, and it's going to be so much death that it's going to be as dung upon the face of the earth, and that's before the missiles come, man. That's why the scriptures say of a city shall be 10 left, man, which is in the same chapter, man. The path shall grow forth with thorns and thistles, man, because no man shall be able to till the earth, man. Okay, if man shall desire to hear another man's voice and shall not be able to hear it, man. Okay, all right, because it's going to be great death. All right, like I Am Legend. Okay, 2nd Ezra chapter 16 verse 37. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. Not slack, meaning they're coming fast and they're not going to slow down. Okay, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth great pains come past her womb, which pains when the child cometh forth, they slacken not a moment. Even so shall not the plagues shall be slack upon the earth to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. Okay, so as a woman in travail, she's getting ready to give birth. Okay, all right, her water broke, one contraction after the next, after the next, after the next, after the next. Okay, until that ring of fire comes and she's ready to push the baby out, man. Okay, that's how these plagues coming, man. The point of no return. We almost out of here, Akim. Hey, and Lord willing, this video is edifying. Call halayim la yahabashmi al shai bashim rakachodash. Okay, lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. Shalom, and double honors to the elder apostles, great millstone. Salutations to the elect. Shalom.